Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, dear students, grade 12. Now, inshallah, we are going to present writing and translation unit number 8. Have a look, dear students, and this part is very, very important for all of you. Now, as you can see in front of you, we are going to introduce writing. As you can see in front of you here, grade 12, writing unit 8. From the very beginning, I would like to ask you this very simple question: how to start? When you start writing, what are the steps? How can you start it? As you know, we have three main parts or ideas or items. We usually use them when we do the outline. So the outline is very, very important. We should start with the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Introduction, body, conclusion. And as you know, in the introduction, dear students, we have two main things we should put in our considerations. First of all, the hook or the thesis statement. In the body, we have two ideas, body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. In the conclusion, we can summarize the ideas of the previous topic. Have a look. As you can see, an outline model like this. This is the introduction, outline, this is outline. The first part is the introduction here. Body paragraph 1, we should write the idea here, and we should support it with some details. In paragraph 2, this is the second idea. We should write the second idea here and support it also with some details. In the conclusion, we can restate the topic sentence here or summarize the ideas discussed in the previous topic. Let's see, have a look at this part, dear students, a writing model. Have a look at this part. People think that moving from villages to cities has become a necessity nowadays. But here in this part, I'd like you to have a look at this part, plan and write. Plan, you have to make the outline. Write, you have to write 14 sentences, an essay of 14 sentences to highlight the pros and cons of living in the city. Pros, cons, advantages, disadvantages of living in the city. Have a look at this part. Your writing should include an introduction, two body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Take care, dear students. So this is a sentence. Here we have the ideas. Here we have the how to make the outline. Introduction, body, conclusion. How can we deal with it? Let us see, dear students, here the introduction. In the introduction, people think that moving from villages to cities has become a necessity nowadays. In the body, we have advantages, the advantages of living in a city like this. So this is the idea here, and here we have supporting details, better jobs, better life, and enjoying good services. In the paragraph 2 or body paragraph 2 or the second idea here is advantages like the country deserted, pollution, and crimes. Here we have the conclusion, and in the conclusion, I prefer village life because it is healthy and calm. I think that these ideas will help you a lot to write your 14 sentences or your essay. Have a look at this part here. You can write your essay like this in 4 paragraphs. You can write it in 4 paragraphs. It's better to write it in 4 paragraphs. Have a look at this part. People move from villages to the cities. They try to find better jobs. They move to the city, leaving the country empty. They cause major problems in the city. There are some advantages of this phenomenon. People can find better jobs. They can enjoy good services. Also, they contribute in constructing the nation and their country. Have a look at this part. Also, we have another part here or another paragraph here on the other hand, and you have to write about the disadvantages. There are some disadvantages of this phenomenon. It leads to some more problems in the city, such as pollution and the crimes. Farming in the village becomes deserted. Nowadays, some businessmen move to live in the country. They escape from the problems of pollution and traffic. They enjoy the fresh air that they miss in the town or the city. Take care, dear students. And here we can write a final paragraph like this. Finally, I prefer village life because it is healthy and calm. I think that we can make city life less stressful. This is very soon just a model. You can add so many information, you can add so many ideas, but this is just a model. You can use your own ideas, you can express your own opinions about the ideas of the advantages and disadvantages of living in the city. The most important thing is to deal with the outline in a very good way or in a perfect way. This will help you a lot to write your essay in a good way. After that, dear students, let's go to see something else in Unit 8, which is translation. Translating from Arabic into English. It's very easy. And as I told you before, we have some steps. We have some tips and techniques that will help you a lot when translating from Arabic into English. Translation tips and techniques. The first part here, dear students, you have to translate meaning, not words. Take care of the meaning. Try to understand the sentence. You should understand the sentence carefully in order to translate it into a good way. After that, keep your sentences short. That's to say, use short, simple, meaningful sentences. The last part, your translation should be written in full, meaningful sentences. This is the idea. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tips, 4 techniques you should put into consideration when you translate from Arabic into English. Again, translate meaning, understand the sentence, keep your sentence short. Your translation should be written in meaningful sentences. Here we have an example. Have a look at dear students. Translate into good English, and this is a sentence in Arabic. Well, I'd like you to try to think about it and try to translate it from Arabic into English. Have a look. كثير من الناس في هذه الأيام ينتقلون من القرى إلى المدن لإيجاد وظائف أفضل بالإضافة إلى الخدمات الجيدة. Good services. A lot of people nowadays move from and cities, villages to find better jobs in addition to good services and so on. So it's very easy, but you should deal with it in a perfect way. Let's see, nowadays, many people move from villages to the cities trying to find better jobs in addition to the good services. It's very easy, but I'd like you to memorize the new vocabulary in order to help you a lot. You have to put into consideration the tips and techniques of translating it from Arabic into English, and this will help you a lot. This is what we have for today, dear students. Thank you very much and see you next time.